Hola, soy Manuel Padilla, or otherwise known as Tito to many of you, and so glad to be able to share these few words with you today. I'm married to Kim, been married for a boatload of years, so it seems. We have 3 adult children and 2 grandchildren, Jeremiah and Vivian. So grateful for how you as a church have prayed for us and loved us and supported us financially over many years, from Spain and then now to the U.S.-Mexico border, El Paso, Ciudad Juarez. I think something that would probably describe or summarize our ministry during these years is the tagline that we have as a church, and that is the gospel of grace for personal and community transformation. And here on the U.S.-Mexico border, we're just across the river from Ciudad Juarez, and we believe that God has placed us here to have an impact on our community, which is 85 to 90% Latino. And what that's done is, as a church and as a ministry, when we first started to plant the church and then later on as a particular organized church, it's shaped how we have done ministry. And so we've been involved in the community very heavily. We started off years ago helping a few families build their homes. Families have lost their homes to house fires, very tragic cases. But yet through that, God has enabled us to minister to people in the community. One of those families, Alma and Hector Peña, and their children, they've come to faith in the Lord through that ministry, for which we're very grateful. We've also been involved in, for the last 13 years in a sports camp with the community. And that was really kind of unusual, because when we started the sports camp years ago, it was just the idea of how can we bless and serve our community. And we weren't meeting on Sunday mornings for worship service at the time, and people would say, well, who are you? I said, well, we're Las Tierras Community Church. But you're not meeting? I said, no, we're serving you. And that was really intentional, because we wanted people to be able to understand that church isn't simply what happens on Sunday, but it's the people of God doing the work of God throughout the community every day of the week. So the sports camp has been something we've been doing, and also we've partnered over the years with an assisted living facility, Cambria, and that's been a very fruitful ministry. We've seen people come to faith in Christ as well. There's this story of a 98-year-old woman who several years ago came to trust in Jesus. And so multiple opportunities like that, and more recently we've been partnering with Casa del Refugiado it's a house, a refugee house, as they've been ministering to immigrants coming across from Mexico. And in particular, and the way we've been helping that Casa del Refugiado is through clothing, providing clothing and food items for the immigrants. But we've been working even more closely with Frontera de Gracia Church. It's a sister church in Ciudad Juarez, and Samuel Lopez is the pastor there. And over the years we've partnered with them, but in the last year and a half, 2 years, they've received a lot of immigrants, and they have opened up their church building to house and shelter the migrants. And so in addition to providing food and clothing and items that they need, we've been receiving money from churches around the U.S. To help them out. One great story I need to tell you is that there was one family that they were a couple months in Ciudad Juarez. They were able to cross into the U.S. This was back in April, end of April of last year. And then they stayed with families here in Las Tierras Church. And then from there they were sent elsewhere. But they also, now they're in another part of the United States, and they've also come to faith in Christ. So we've seen God use that ministry. And so we're very grateful for that. Now, and what's fascinating with Frontera de Gracia Church is we partner with them. Some of the Cuban migrants, they're involved now in seminary there in Ciudad Juarez. And so we're very grateful for that. But anyways, thank you for praying for us, for loving us, supporting us. We want to see the gospel continue to be preached and proclaimed, and we are looking forward to what God will do. And I want to just say, Pastor Harry Long, thank you for welcoming us into the midst of your fellowship and congregation, and for loving us over many years. The Lord bless you in your new phase of life. God bless you.